Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories. On the last episode, we challenged Jafar in the Agrabah world, and we generally just got through a very quick little episode, didn't do a whole lot of fighting. Jafar was trying to use Genie, or trying to steal the lamp from Aladdin to use the Genie in order to gain Jasmine's heart, but we intervened, stopped him, and managed to make it through. But in the more important story, and I don't know if I should really recapping what happens in the Disney worlds because it's kind of inconsequential to the main plot at large. Maybe a quick sum up, but basically the important bit here is that Sora is starting to remember a girl in the Destiny Islands other than Kairi. And if you remember, there was another girl on that island. Her name was Selphie from Final Fantasy VIII, but is that who Sora is thinking about? I don't know. So let's proceed to floor 5 and see if we can learn a little bit more about this mystery.
I remember.
Huh?
There was another girl.
What? A girl? Where?
No. I mean on the islands where I used to live. Besides Kairi and Riku, there was one other girl I was friends with. The four of us played together all the time.
Sora? Seems to me that's the first time you've mentioned her.
Yeah. I guess I forgot all about her. I think she just suddenly went away when I was still really little.
What do you think makes you remember that now?
I'm not sure, but it's been coming back in pieces as we go through the castle.
Gorge, do you remember her name?
I don't remember. I feel kinda dumb. We said we weren't gonna forget our friends, and well now, I can't even remember her name.
Sora!
Oh, you shouldn't be worrying none. If it's been coming back to you in pieces, you're sure to remember her name just like everything else.
So another girl that he seems to remember playing with. Odd. We didn't hear anything about that in the first Kingdom Hearts. Very strange. Something or another is bound to make you remember your friend's name. Another friend, huh? Why didn't you mention it before? Yeah, very good question, Donald. Why didn't we do that? Alright, but before we can get into that, it's time to take a break and go to a Disney World. And we are going to go to Monstro. Monstro is pretty, I believe it's pretty short. I think it's just, I think we fight the boss in the second room, actually. Not in the Key to the Truth. In the Key to the Truth, we actually do a special little, it's not really a boss mode, but it's some sort of fun little game that they got you doing to try to escape Monstro. So, without any further ado, after the loading screen, here we are in Monstro. This one actually fits because he has all the chambers, so you can design this to look any way you want, actually. What a weird place. Everything's kind of springy and soft. Nice and warm, too. I'm starting to feel like a nap. I think you should be a little bit more worried. Who's there? You're inside the belly of Monstro the whale. Didn't realize that was Pinocchio. Why, I know that voice. Pinocchio? Pinocchio? It's you? Come on out. Is that you, Jiminy? Gosh, I thought I'd never see you again. Gee, there's no way you wouldn't find me again. I'm your conscience. And your conscience will always be your guide. Remember? Sure, Jiminy. And I've been a good boy, promise. I didn't tell a single lie. Uh-oh. Well, for Pete's sake. Oops, but how did you end up inside Monstro anyway? We, sorta used the special way. It's so special, we don't know how we did it. Love Goofy. That's too bad. I was hoping you could help me and Father get out of here. Well, I'll be. Geppetto's here too? Sure he is. Follow me. Yeah, so this level doesn't really emulate what happened in the first Kingdom Hearts because Riku was a big part of what happened in Monstro, and because Riku isn't in this level, obviously, We're not going to get the same exact story mode here. So again, much like in the Agrabah episode, I'm going to just run through here and go from door to door. Not really going to challenge too many fights. So yep, we're in Monstro now. Just going to take a look at the map real fast and see which way I've got to go. Oh boy, looks like this is going to be a bad one. Yeah, this is going to be fun trying to go through doors. I'm going to use the Moogle card first, just to get that out of the way and get the free pack. Not that they haven't been exactly the greatest set of cards for me. I've been kind of getting crap from them, so I mean, we're trying it. I'm trying to get some good cards, but again, it's kind of a random drop, and I don't really know what will help me get better cards, you know, so I'm sort of just going and seeing what happens. Alright, so there's the Moogle. Let me quickly go talk to him first before I start breaking things in the room. Alright, here's the card pack. What do you got for me, Moogle? 4, 3, 5. Not bad. Again, just good to have extra cards in the deck in case I want to do something or I need a certain number of cards or certain types of cards to pull out some of the slates. I'd rather do it now than have to double back and then try to find these guys and do it all over again. I'm going to hopefully try to figure out the best way forward here. We've got some more Moogle points. Alright, so it looks like I can go to the left, so let's do that. See if I can use Calm Bounty. Maybe I can? I think it was kind of a low card. Oh, yep, we got a 3. I like to use the Calm Bounty cards if I'm kind of just bored of fighting the Heartless and I want to get a free little move or a special card. And you never know what you can get in those chests, because they can really be anything. So it could be like a second Cloud card or another Genie card or something cool like a Cure, not a Cure spell, but like something cool like a different type of magic spell. Like we got Stop earlier, and it's something like that. There's also False Bounty and Guarded Bounty where there's 3 chests and you got to find the right one. But for right now, I actually haven't come across that card, surprisingly. Let's see what we got. We got Fire Raid, and that's where we can use the fire and 2 Keyblades to inflict some fire damage. So that's a cool move we can do if I had the CP for it, and I actually had a fire card in there. I think I've got a couple of extra fire cards from when I bought the magic pack earlier. And look at that. There's another fire card. Ooh, a 0 fire card. Very nice. Let me make sure this is the right door. Am I on the right door? Yeah, I'm on the right door. Always. Oh, sometimes it's easy to lose your bearings. Let's use a small Heartless room, just in case I come back. I can't go back to Agrabah anymore because we already went to the next floor, but this might be the floor I choose to level up on, so I want to make sure that I have a couple of rooms to fight Heartless in case I want to level up between episodes if I think this isn't going so well. But again, like I said, this level and Halloween Town after it, it's going to be pretty easy to get through. Oh, it looks like there's 2 doors here. Let me see if this is the key to beginnings. Yes, it is. Oof, it's a lot. Let's try to find a 9 card that we're not really using. Yep, let's use this one. That'll bring us down to 11. Let's try the 8, and then we'll do 3 from the sleeping ones. And we'll use key to beginnings. Cool. So that's how I like to do it. When it's a big number on the door, I tend to like to just use the 9 card, just to sort of get it down a little bit, and then I'll use 8 if that's still too much, and then I'll try to find the right number if it's lower than 9. Geppetto! Bless my soul, it's Jiminy Cricket. How in the world did you get here? You tell me, how does a clockmaker wind up in the belly of a whale? Well, it's a long story. You see, I forgot to take my blue pill at 11 o'clock, and I took a left down Main Street, and next thing I know, I wandered into the wharf, and whoops, fell into the whale's mouth. So you sailed out to look for Pinocchio. And Monstro swallowed you. Yes, but I found my son. I would do anything for my Pinocchio. But now you can't get out, can you? Being stuck in the belly of a whale is awful. Not if Pinocchio and I are... Not if Pinocchio and I are together. That makes everything a little bit better. There's nothing better than being reunited with someone you care about. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't care if I'm trapped here, so long as I have Pinocchio. He's such a good boy. Well, he still tells fibs, but with a little help from... Well, that's not Geppetto. Sometimes I can't tell where the little things come from. Well, he still tells fibs, but with a little help from me. Oh, Jiminy, you worry too much. Speaking of Pinocchio, where is he? Well, he was here a minute ago. Where's he gone this time? I expect he's off exploring. That boy has been poking around just about everywhere inside this monster. He's particularly fond of the bowels. Oh, no, wait, that was the last game. He won't tell me why it's so important. I tell him it's dangerous, but he won't listen. You know kids, walking around bellies of whales, trying to figure out where the liver is and the spleen, and getting lost in the small intestine, you know, it just happens. That boy's a handful. Sora, if you don't mind. I know, you want us to help you find him, right? Come on, guys, let's get going. Alright, key to guidance. And we learned high jump. Thank God. So that's automatic. There's some moves we're going to learn in the game that are going to automatically be given to us. High jump is one of those moves. So there's nothing like in the first game where you had to select abilities. It's just given to you, which will make moving around a little bit easier, because now Sora can do the high jump. Nice. So this should make traversing a little easier. Let's see if this is the key to guidance. I have a feeling this is the key to rewards. Yep, figured. There's no way they'd be that nice and put everything in one go for me. So let's double back a couple of rooms and go back and see where the right door is. So yeah, like I said, this gets, if you haven't noticed, this Let's Play is kind of repetitive and tedious, where it's basically the same thing. I go into a room, I run into the first room, we meet some characters, we then meet the villain in the second room, and then we go fight the boss. So yeah, it's kind of tedious, and it's kind of repetitive, but again, like I said early on, this was a handheld game, and it wasn't really meant to be played like a console game, and it definitely wasn't supposed to be like the first Kingdom Hearts. It's supposed to be more of like a different game altogether. So obviously, it's gonna have some differences between the two, and this is one of them. Alright, so let's quickly see if we can... Oh, I ran into a Heartless, dang it. So of course, now that I've run into a Heartless, it's time for Pointless Random Story. So what was I talking about last time? I think I was talking about... Oh yeah, when I first played Chain of Memory. So let's talk about another fun little story from my past with this game. So, me and a friend of mine in junior high school, we were both pretty big fans of Kingdom Hearts, and he played the first game a few years after I did, and he liked it. He thought it was pretty cool, and he was interested in Kingdom Hearts 2 and playing the spin-off, but he didn't own a GBA, which is I'm assuming what a lot of people probably is the reason for why they never played this game when it first came out on the GBA, because if you were a Sony fan, you probably didn't own a Game Boy Advance, so he didn't own that, and so I figured it'd be nice enough to let him borrow my copy, because I'd played it already, and I really never felt the need to go back and play Chain of Memories more than once. I'm telling you, like I said before in the last episode, I only ever played Chain of Memories once, I think completely. And then I've played this version, the Chain of Memories. I played it once on PS2 and then once in the collection packs. And that's really it. That's all I've done with this game. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time with this because, I don't know, I would rather play Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 again. This one just drags on too much, and it's kind of rigid in comparison to the other games, so that's why I kind of stay away from it. But he really liked it, and he wanted to play this one, so I gave him my copy. Yes, I can make the down path. So I gave him my copy, and he played it, and it was a struggle. And granted, it was a struggle for me too when I first played this on the GBA. I died a lot. I was struggling, trying to put together the right deck, because with this game, you're kind of, it's very much, your fate really is up to the cards, basically. If you get good cards, if you get good random drops, you might have a fun time with this. You might have a great time. Each time you play, it's a different experience, which I guess is kind of cool rather than it always being the same thing. Like when you play Kingdom Hearts 1, it's always going to be the same thing. You know, you're always going to learn the right abilities at the right time. Only if you choose different choices at the beginning will the game be different. And this is why I left the 0 card, because here we go, finally a door with a equals 0 where you would need a 0 card. And that's where earlier there was problems. But that's not the right door, actually. I jumped the gun. Where is the door to the guidance? Damn it, I wasn't paying attention. That's key to reward. Wait, oh, dang it. Where is this? Oh, we gotta double back. Dang it. I did not realize that, or I wouldn't have gone this way. Anyway, well, I can still tell you guys the story then. Oh, this is good. The game wanted me to tell you the story. So, I gave him the copy, and he played it for a while, and he ended up getting, I think, as far as, like, Olympus Coliseum, and then he gave it back to me, and he just didn't like it, because he just couldn't get used to the card system, because it was just too difficult, it was too challenging, and he just wasn't getting into it. And he was like, I'll just wait for Kingdom Hearts 2. And I told a lot of people that when they were talking to me about it when I was younger, when they were like, oh, I really like Kingdom Hearts, and I'd really like to play the next game. I think that's the right one. Yeah, it's gotta be it. And so I told a lot of them, I was like, yeah, well, Chain of Memories is a tough sell, because not only is it a handheld game, not only is it very, you know, restrictive in what you can do with it, but it's a different type of game. It's not like Kingdom Hearts 1. There's no there's no real, well, there's not really, well, we'll see soon about what the mini games are all, but there's not a whole lot of stuff that you can do, like, you know, side questing stuff, or, you know, things in Jiminy's journal. It's really just this. You just go from room to room, making your way, and eventually, you know, you get to the end of the game. And that's all there is. There isn't really a whole lot of diversions along the way. There's no... The epic feeling that Kingdom Hearts 1 had isn't really in this game, because we're stuck in this cat. I'm gonna leave that in, because I just had a small heart attack. This is what I get for recording with the window open. And this should be it. This should be key to guidance. And I think we're gonna fight the boss here in this room. I really don't want to use... Oh, I really don't want to waste that card, because I want to show you guys that room at some point. If we get there, let's use one... No, it's, oh, I forgot, it's going to be a red card. I'm colorblind. Let's use the premium room, because I hate the premium room. Let's also use the fungus card, because I hate that. And let's use the key to guidance. There we go. So yeah, I tell a lot of people that this is a difficult game to get into if you liked Kingdom Hearts 1, because it is very different. As for this version of the game, the remake, that's probably better. It's a little bit easier and accessible, but still, it's different. Oh. Yeah, so this room looks familiar, doesn't it? Pinocchio, what are you thinking? You know Geppetto worries when you go wandering off by yourself. Jiminy was worried too. I'm sorry. What are you doing anyway? Looking for something? Yeah, I'm looking for treasure. In the belly of a... Oh, so he's lying. I'm about to say, that sounds fishy. Here we go again. But Jiminy... Now don't be so hard on the little fella, Jiminy. We promised not to get mad, Pinocchio. Is that why you're afraid to tell us? No need to fret. Tell us the truth. We'll understand. Put your trust in Goofy. I was looking for a way out. Father says he's happy, but it's my fault we're stuck here. I shouldn't have run away from home. I want to help Father get home to the workshop. But he'll worry if I tell him what I'm doing. So that's why you thought you had to tell a lie. You did it because you love your dad. All you need now is courage. What? Tell Geppetto the truth. With a little courage, you can do it. If you tell him how you really feel, I bet he'll help you find a way out. And we'll give you a hand. Really? You'll help us? Okay, I'll give it a try. Wish me luck, Jiminy. No more keeping secrets then. Have we got a deal? Sure. I'll be brave and tell Father how I really feel. No lies this time. Great, then your nose won't... Whoa. What's happening? I got a bad feeling about this. Wow, that should be a running joke. I think we said that twice. Pinocchio, run for it! Uh-oh. Somehow the parasite cage swallowed him from the bottom this time. That was kind of weird. Pinocchio! Help, I'm trapped! What? This fight, if I remember correctly, was very annoying on the GBA because it had the acid pools from the PS1, from the PS2 version from the original game. And I believe that's, yep, this is what it looked like. It was these 4 little platforms, and the longer you stay on them, they frickin' sink. So yeah, thank God we have the high jump, because we're gonna really need it, because the minute we step in this thing, we're gonna start losing health. So we're gonna hopefully use a lot of my strong level cards to break them down. Also, he gives you HP orbs, as you can see on the screen, so that does make this a little bit fair. But still, if you didn't have enough health right now, you'd be kind of screwed. I'm gonna hope we can get the Mickey card. I'm really hoping we can get that, because I would love that, because it makes a giant one of these platforms, so it's a lot easier to deal with. I did a lot of health off that one. And he's down. We're starting to get to, I haven't even been noticing how many health bars some of these bosses have, but he's got 3, which is pretty bad. It's probably the worst we've seen so far. Just try to quickly get around. I won't be able to break that. Dang it. I'm gonna just heal real fast because I'm getting kind of low on health. Alright, nice. Oh, there it is, Mickey card, and I kind of blew it. So yeah, the Mickey card gives you an arena, and it pauses him for a second. So I'm just gonna quickly try to knock him down here while we've got the upper hand. I did kind of okay, not too bad. I got him down at least to half the bar. Let's see if I can... Oh, I'm gonna use Donald. Thankfully, this guy isn't really elemental, so he shouldn't do anything. Hopefully this hits. Nice, Donald, nice. At least he hit him with thunder. I know that first spell he did nothing, so I'm trying to charge my thing, and it starts falling apart, and now it goes back in. I hate that they sink. Like, it's bad enough. Alright, we got another Mickey card. Thank God. We seem to be getting the Mickey cards a lot more often now, so that's pretty cool. And I should be able to knock him out with this last go. Let's see if I can quickly do this. Ah, dang it. Not enough cards. That's what I hate. I hate this. It's like, you're in the zone, you're doing really good, but nope, you gotta stop and reload the damn cards because you're out. And I think this will do it if I just land a couple more. That should do it. And I don't know if I'll level up. I might level up. Bosses tend to give you more experience points than you might want, so, or that you might need at that point. So I might level up. Be nice if I did. I'd like to raise card power again. Let's see, did I level up? Nope, which means I'm still kind of too high leveled, basically. Because if I was low leveled, I'd be. If I was low level, I would have been able to probably get a few extra levels. So that'll be it. And that's it for Monstro. The last room is kind of a endurance round of sorts. Help me, I'm scared. Pinocchio, be brave. How? Don't give up. Try fighting your way out. Be brave. Okay, I'll try. Nice job. Even better than you did in the original. We just crawled on it. Nice. That's cool. Pinocchio, are you alright? Don't worry, I'm okay. Just a little sticky. Ooh, gross. But I have a great idea. The thing spit me out when I started fighting back. Why don't we try the same thing with Monstro? Of course, if we're lucky, Monstro might cough us up. Great idea. Let's go deeper inside and try it. I'm going too. No, it's too dangerous. Oh, come on. You should be with Geppetto. No use escaping from Monstro if you two get separated again. Leave this to us. I guess you're right. Be careful, everybody. This is actually a really funny thing that's going to happen when we get to the next room. So yeah, key to the truth. Which isn't really going to be anything interesting. This is just going to be a kind of little mini game, I guess, of sorts. If I had to describe it correctly. Let me just figure out what's the easiest way to get back. Wait, where are we? Are we in the right room? Okay, I just got to go up and over. Alright, so I'm going to take this door. Again, I really hate the loading screens. I wonder if the loading... I've never played it on PS4, but I would guess that the loading screens are non-existent or close to non-existent in the PS4 version, with it being, because I mean I played Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep on there, and the loading screens are a hell of a lot less than they were on the console version. So I'm assuming that it's a lot easier to deal with. Also, I think I need more health now that I think about it. I think I was taking a little bit too much health in that fight, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's just keep moving through and try to get through to the end here. Alright, so I think we just gotta make left down here. Oh, right down here. Oh, I'll tell you, I get so disoriented with which way I'm looking and which way I'm facing. I forget which way is which. And I think we should be able to just use the truth card and just make it right. And yeah, so this should be it. Just gotta quickly run away from this shadow. And let's do it. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a mini game we're gonna have to do here to get out of Monstro, or at least to try to get out of Monstro. So we're actually in a room that was in the original game, if you remember, when we were trying to get into the, not the bowels, but the throat. Looks like this is as far as we go. Ready then? Let's shake things up. It would be easier if we had someone to fight. Perfect timing. Looks like we got company. So yeah, it'll explain it in a second, I think, on a little card, but let me see if I got it right. Wait, till it's over. I think it'll pop it out. Yeah, okay, so here's the rules. You gotta defeat the Heartless to fill up the gauge, and you gotta defeat the thing within 2 minutes. And the gauge decreases with the time. So you got to go as fast as you can. So the best way to do this is to have high level cards and to use the sliding dash slate, or I think the sliding dash one is probably the best, because you got to try to kill as many of them as you can and keep the bar really high. So you got to just keep fighting and whacking. So if you just try to keep focusing on one Heartless and just try to go for the next. Also, having the reload cards like the high potion makes this a heck of a lot easier, because you'll just be able to quickly keep fighting. You won't have to stop and do anything. Also, I really want to stop and go pick up the experience points, but I'm tempted not to, because I really just want to try to do this in one go. I remember having the damnedest time with this last time. Hopefully, I was hoping that was going to be World Groove, because that would have taken out quite a few of them. Let's see if I can do it now. That's another goofy smash. Let's see if I can do it this way. You just got to keep attacking as many of them as you can and go as fast as you can. So try to stay leveled up. Nice. So I guess I did get a lot of points of leveling up. So let's see if I can quickly finish them off here. Again, if you have low-level cards, this may take a little bit more time. I think I'm going to get it. Yep, that'll do it. I remember sometimes I had really struggled with that. And we got Dumbo! If you remember, Dumbo was actually the hidden summon spell we could get in Monstro. And yep, we can't learn any new slates, so I'm guessing I'm at the right one. So let's raise the card power, because I can probably put in a couple of extra cards that I get before we get to the boss fights that are going to be kind of challenging. Let's see if we can get out of Monstro now. Phew! Oh yeah. It's working! Monstro is going to sneeze! I don't know how fighting a bunch of Heartless makes a giant whale sneeze, but I won't question the logic. Oh, now I know what getting shot out of a cannon feels like. Where's Pinocchio and his dad? They're gone. They must have gotten out safely. Without you, Jiminy, I thought there was no escaping your conscience. I don't mind being left behind as long as they're both safe. Maybe Pinocchio doesn't need me after all. What do you mean? That little puppet used to have trouble telling right from wrong. But he's come a long way. Maybe he doesn't need Jiminy Cricket anymore. Seems like he's got a conscience of his very own. Don't you remember what Geppetto said? There's nothing better than being reunited with someone you care about. I bet Pinocchio's counting the days till he can see you again. Well, what do you know? You might be right. So I think in the original, there was actually a pretty cool scene that happened here. They were inside the room, they got sneezed, but because we're stuck in the castle, we're not really in Monstro, they weren't allowed to leave, so they ended up hitting the wall and they were all like knocked unconscious. It was pretty funny actually. Oh, we got another card, look at that. See what that is. That is potion. Nah, we're pretty good with what I got now. Let me just pick up a couple of extra Moogle points, see if there's anything in here. Nope, nothing. Sometimes, you get lucky with a couple of drops, and other times you get nothing. It's really luck of the draw. Alright, let's step into the save point, even though I know there's no boss fight yet, and let's get another cutscene.
So what is there anything else you remember about that other Sora?
Just bits and pieces.
Maybe you could try telling us some more stuff about her. Who knows? It might even help you remember other things.
Well, she was quiet and always drawing. When we'd go to the beach, she'd draw a picture instead of swimming. Sometimes she'd draw us too. She was really good. I remember Riku and I fighting over who she'd draw next. But one day, she was gone, just like that. I think the grown-ups knew the reason. They might even have tried to explain some of it to me. But I was little. I probably didn't understand what was happening. I remember crying after she was gone. But that's all. I still don't remember her name.
Oh, I bet you'll remember it in no time.
I must point out, Sora keeps remembering things instead of forgetting them. It seems to me forgetting things may be the only way to reach the memories buried deeper down inside each of us.
So we should forget in order to remember?
Like those guys said, our most precious memories lie so deep in our hearts that they're out of reach. All that stuff about finding being losing and losing being finding, I didn't get it at first, but maybe this is what they meant.
Gosh, Sora, I think I'm a little jealous of you. How come me and Donald and Jiminy aren't remembering more of the stuff from our memories?
Come on, Goofy. Let's get going. We gotta forget things faster.
So Sora's starting to remember a little bit more about this girl, but something still doesn't seem right. Jiminy's bringing up a good point about why Sora's remembering things and why Donald and Goofy seemingly haven't. Seems a little odd. I'm sure we'll learn more about it in due time, but let's just talk to everybody before we end off the episode again. See how much you remembered? It won't be long before her name comes back to you too. Aw, I wish I had lots of buried memories to remember. Don't worry. So yeah, we're going to end it off here. The next time we meet, we're going to kick off and finish Floor 6. That'll be end of the original map cards that they gave us at the start. And then the challenge is going to happen. So after the next episode, I'm probably going to stop for a bit and grind a little bit. Maybe get up to maybe a higher level. I think I'm level 18 now, or 19? What level am I real quick? Let me look. Oh, 19. Not bad. So maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll see how bad it goes. Again, leveling up isn't the be-all end-all of this game because all you've got is the ability to raise up your health and card power. You don't have enough cards, it's not going to help you worth a damn. So we'll see what happens after the next episode. Again, the next episode is going to be pretty short too and has a really easy boss. So thanks for watching and hope to see you guys on the next part.